I have a Freedom Corner success story to share with you. Big shout out to Deb for Freedom. Your video is actually referenced in this document. It is now going to be used as an exhibit in court. Now, of course, we also have to thank the leaders of the corner who were on that video. But let's get into what happened. The United States of America, by and through its attorney, the United States Attorney for the District of Columbia, respectfully submits this supplemental sentencing memorandum in connection with the above captioned matter. Now, I'm not going to read this directly for most of it. I will explain what's going on. So right here is them explaining what his actual fines originally were. They wanted 188 months in prison, 3 years supervised release, $2,000 in restitution, a fine of $16,011, and a mandatory $620 special assessment. And the reason they want the $16,000 is because he raised money through his Give, Send, Go. Now, since this was done, Maly referenced himself as a January 6 POW, dismissed the integrity of the jury that convicted him, and alleged the FBI pointed rifles at his 6-year-old son when he was being arrested. Now, they do have sources here, and for this, they link to the Give, Send, Go with the amount today, which is $16,516. You'll hear that again, and a Gateway Pundit article. Now, here, they say that since his filing, Maly continues to solicit donations in an attempt to profit off his notoriety as a January 6, 2021 Capitol riot convict. On June 2nd, 2023, a 12-minute video was posted to Rumble titled Political Prisoner Markus Maly, with the words "calls from the gulag" superimposed on the first few seconds of the video. This is the Deb for Freedom video. Now, they do have a note at the bottom that it is still available on Rumble. You can click the link if you go to this document page, which I will put this document, this official court document, in the pinned comment for you. A copy of the video has been downloaded titled Government Sentencing Exhibit 1 and sent to both the court and defense counsel through the government's file sharing system. All right, let's continue. The video appears to be taken outside the DC jail during a nightly vigil for J6 defendants. In the video, Maly calls into the vigil from the jail, references an article that was published on May 28, 2023, and I have a link to that as well, naming him as one of the Capitol riot defenders for whom the government is requesting a fine commensurate with the online crowdsourcing funding efforts. During the video, Maly references his Give, Send, Go account and states that the money is for his family, that the account is for him to get a peace of mind that the bills are paid. Shortly thereafter, Maly plugs his account handle, asking for donations to help his family. Maly ends the call by again referencing his funding page and joking with the vigil hosts about the inferior intellects of the vigil counter protesters. So here we go. Now we have links to those articles and timestamps as well for the Deb for Freedom video. Now, this here is them explaining basically previous precedent for this type of a fine. And then they continue. There is no doubt that Maly is capitalizing on his own notoriety, generating income after his conviction for a crime that has captivated the American public. Moreover, unlike in Seals, the government is not asking the courts to impose a fine based on whether the defendant is likely to capitalize on his crime. He admits to doing so. Maly's statements, if true, that the money is going to his family, do not absolve him. Unlike other defendants who have hired counsel, Maly has been provided an attorney and has no legal fees. The money he has raised following his conviction is entirely profit built into his efforts to publicize his case and portray himself as a political prisoner and martyr. A fine in that amount, currently $16,516, is reasonable, appropriate, and within this court's discretion. So, here's the fun part. Yes, obviously the Deb for Freedom video here that they are referencing, that they have saved, so don't bother deleting it. It's going to be used against him to try to get every single dollar from that Give, Send, Go. But if he tries to claim remorse or anything like that, if this video is presented, I don't think the judge is going to find him very remorseful. And just extra funny that he jokes about the inferior intellects of the vigil counter-protesters. Another success story for the Freedom Corner.